There is a town that does not exist on most maps. Greyhaven, a place tucked away between the folds of reality, where the trees grow too close and the air stays too cold for the living. If you search for it, you might find an outdated census record, a faded newspaper clipping, or a weather report from 20 years ago. Fragments of a life that was lived and then forgotten by time. But if you try to visit, you'll find only forest and a road that shouldn't be there. A road that feels like it's watching you as you drive. The story begins with a radio broadcast. Late at night, when most stations fall silent, a weak signal sometimes slips through the static. It is a whisper from the void. It plays on an old frequency that hasn't been used in decades. A voice emerges, not digital, not distorted, but calm, measured, and terrifyingly male. And it always says the same thing. This is Greyhaven Public Radio. If you can hear this, do not enter the town. Ethan Cole was a journalist who specialized in forgotten places. Abandoned towns were his obsession. He liked standing in the remains of somewhere that used to matter. When he first heard about the Greyhaven broadcast, he laughed. Probably a prank, a clever marketing stunt. He thought he was smarter than the legend. He thought he was safe from the shadows. But the signal was real. He heard it himself while scanning late-night frequencies. Static, crackle. Then, this is Greyhaven Public Radio. If you can hear this, do not enter the town. The voice sounded old, worried. Ethan traced the frequency. It originated from deep within Blackridge Forest. No official town listed there. No active radio tower. Just silence. He packed his equipment the next morning. Camera, audio recorder, drone, laptop. If Greyhaven didn't exist, he'd prove it. If it did, even better. He drove toward the shadows. The forest road appeared without warning. One moment Ethan was driving through a stretch of highway. The paint was faded, but the numbers, they looked recently changed, like someone had just finished painting the 4. Ethan pulled over. No cars passed, no birds sang, no wind moved the trees. It was as if sound had been turned down, a world caught in a photograph. The town sat beyond a bend in the road. Small, old-fashioned, Main Street lined with brick storefronts, but no people, no movement. The air felt thick, not humid, just heavy, as though breathing required effort. He walked toward the diner first. The door chimed softly, a sound that felt like a scream in the silence. Everything was exactly as it had been left. Inside, the tables were set. Coffee cups sit half full. Plates of food rested untouched. It looked like everyone had left mid-meal, or vanished. The clock behind the counter read 3:17. It wasn't moving. Time here was a casualty. He checked his phone. No signal. Of course. He stepped back outside into the absolute silence. Then, a faint crackle from his car radio. He hadn't turned it on. The voice returned. If you're inside, it is already too late. Ethan swallowed hard. The houses were worse. Front doors left open. Life had been interrupted. Beds unmade. Showers still damp. Televisions frozen on static screens. In one house, he found a child's drawing. It showed the town and a large black shape in the sky. Watching. Underneath, in uneven letters, IT listens. Ethan felt eyes on him. He turned sharply. Nothing, but the sensation didn't fade. Like standing on a stage before an unseen audience. He was being watched. The population number on the sign had changed. Population 1205. Night fell faster than it should have. One moment the sky was dim. Who are you? He demanded. There was a pause. Then, we are what remains. Shadows. Tall. Thin. Standing beneath each streetlight. Too tall to be human. What tower? He whispered. You're standing beneath it. The streetlight shattered. Darkness swallowed everything. Ethan ran. He stumbled into the theater. The screen illuminated. It showed him. Running. You listened. And now you will remain. Population 1206. We feed on signal. On awareness, Greyhaven was a trap. Weeks later, a truck driver reported interference. If you listen closely, you can hear a second voice. Desperate. Familiar. Greyhaven is listening. Are you? Subscribe for more horror.